Hi, I'm Jeremy Hansen. I'm with Seattle Makers, and we are doing our first podcast in the new studio in the basement of Downpour Productions. So huge thanks to Carlin and Trey and Downpour Productions for setting up this COVID-safe, socially distanced space where we're going to be shooting classes, doing interviews with people who are making COVID projects, and also sharing a little bit more about how we're going to interact with people virtually and be able to use lasers and 3D printers distantly and do workshops and team building events. You can follow all of our updates, including projects for COVID, team building events, and workshops at Seattle Makers HQ. Today we have Umar Khan, who's helped out with a project that's going to help a ton of sewers who are trying to make masks. We've ran out of elastic several times, and so a lot of our designs incorporate a double folded fabric cotton tie, and that can be used for masks or the face shields. And Umar teamed up with one of our former members to create a 3D printed plastic piece that will fold the fabric twice. Umar, you want to tell us about your project?
One of our members came up to me and she was like, we have a problem, we're running out of tape, and there are a few products out there which fold the cloth in the required forms, but they're not efficient enough. People, they take a strip of cloth and then you would have to fold it in half and then use it and iron this down and get it all right. And then you fold it again into another half from the center, with creating a seamless hem, which is then stitched onto the masks. So what this jig does is, instead of having the whole process of going and folding it over again and then ironing it and then folding it again and then ironing it and then stitching it, you cut a strip of cloth, take it and you pass it through the wide edge of the jig. You will need a pair of tweezers to pull the cloth across the end. And you will see from the other end that the cloth comes out perfectly folded into the right seams. When I was doing user testing, I found that a lot of people were having issues cutting the cloth for the right size. They would either cut it too fat and then they would struggle putting the strip through the jig, or they would cut it too thin and it wouldn't fold properly. So I think the next step of improvement is to add a way for the jig to cut the cloth on its own.
Well, great work. And we're going to have these up on our site and available for printing, and get them out to a bunch of the people in the local area who are sewing furiously, making masks for all kinds of people. So thanks for all your hard work and back and forth and multiple iterations. And thanks everyone for watching. You can see what we're up to at Seattle Makers HQ. And if you want to support the projects that we're developing for COVID, you can check us out at seattlemakers.org and donate there. Thanks for watching.